Hi, everyone. I'm Denise O'Malley, the founder of You Define Wellness and the host of the Defining Wellness Confab. And if you've been following along, you know that we have 49 presentations going on over 11 days. And what I'm doing is I'm introducing you to my friends who are health and wellness experts and part of the You Define Wellness Network. And since I'm talking about You Define Wellness, I want to let you know a little bit about who we are, because there's a lot of people who are like, huh? Well, at the end of the day, we are a network of hundreds of health and wellness professionals from across the country who come together to provide some products that I'm going to show you in a moment. But what's different about us than some online directories that you may have seen is that we actually vet our providers. We do a criminal background investigation. We're looking to make sure that they're a legal business, that they don't have any disciplinary actions against them. And most importantly, we're checking their reputation. So while you know that ours is a vetted directory, it's still buyer beware, and you have to do your own due diligence. But just know that the people I'm introducing you to are people that I've actually checked out. Now, You Define Wellness does have some products. We have all these providers, but okay, what do we do with them? So we've created some products. One is for the workplace. It's our hallmark product, and this gives employees a way to access the health and wellness practitioners of their choice. Also, because we have all these providers, we have put together a fantastic education catalog of dozens and dozens of health and wellness topics for the workplace or for a community group or a school group. So if you're looking for a speaker, I've got your speakers. We also have a program that's launching today, and it's called the Healthy Living Savings Card. And this was created for individuals, retirees, and self-employed. Those who do not have our employee benefit program in place, but they want to play along. They want to be part of our world. So we have this debuting today. It's just a discount card. You flash it to the provider who's in our network who accepts that card, and you receive a discount on their services. And we offer this for a one-time fee, and there's going to be a whole host of benefits that you're going to get with it. So if you're wanting to look into this until August 1st, you can actually purchase it for half price for only $49.50. You can do all of that through our website at youdefinewellness.com. But I think one of the most important things we do as a network is that we are looking for ways to serve the community. And one is the formation of the Holistic Healing Workplace Crisis Support Team. And we're actually doing this event as a fundraiser to help create the funds to form as a nonprofit organization so that we can really be of service in the community. And the intent behind it is when crisis hits the workplace, the experts say to bring in the counselors, and that's really good, but it's not enough. We know that emotional trauma and physical trauma will reside in the body, and it's going to manifest days, weeks, months, years later if not treated. So we bring in a variety of experts to help the employees in that crisis situation. We've already done it once. We're working with someone right now as well. And that we can bring in the psychotherapists and the counselors, but also massage therapists, acupuncturists, Reiki practitioners, energy healers, and so much more. So if you're so inclined, we have a PayPal link. Feel free to make us a donation. We will appreciate it very much. But let's get on to what today is all about. And I am thrilled to introduce to you Kristen Engelke. She is a friend of mine. She is one of the practitioners in our network. And I am delighted to have her join us. So Kristen, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for having me, Denise. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you. So tell me a little bit about your business and what you do.
I coach people who are interested in changing the approach that they have to life. My practice is called Soul-utions Coaching, and as you might glean from the name, it is based in soul purpose and soul confidence, soul love. About 7 years now, I've been practicing in my private practice, and I have created a lot of exercises, tools, and techniques that help people de-stress and restructure their perception of what's going on in their life. Most of the time, clients come to me with problems, and then I reflect back to them opportunities for them to look at it from a different perspective. In doing that, I created Bliss Breaks, which are tools and techniques that I use with individuals. And now it's a book, and it helps us reduce stress in our life, which, as you noted, increased stress for any reason in our life will eventually manifest in the body. We're not designed to be under constant stress like we tend to be currently. So
let's talk about these tools and techniques. You've intrigued me with that. What are these one-on-one? Are these in group setting? And what types of tools and techniques are they?
I've used them in one-on-one client sessions, but I've also taught them to groups of about 250 people. So a bliss break is an exercise that you can do anywhere. It only takes about 10 minutes. It's usually 100% free, and it's something that will physically, physiologically, and emotionally reduce the stress that you're experiencing.
So are these in times of, how am I wanting to phrase this? So these are techniques you're teaching them that not necessarily they're in some sort of a stress right now, but you're giving them the tools for when they need to use them? Or is it that your people are coming to you and they are stressed out right now and they need a fix?
It's really a little bit of both.
Okay.
What I typically find is that people come to me seeking spiritual guidance because they're in crisis. That's how I typically connect with someone. However, I use the same techniques for somebody to help shift their crisis and their perception of their crisis, as I encourage people to use as sacred acts, meditative techniques and practices to incorporate in their life every day, so that the next crisis that happens or that they experience, they are able to meet that with comfort in their heart, with more confidence, with a more calm approach to a crisis. We can't stop all the crises. That's not the objective. And many times in traditional therapy, that's an effort, that's a focus. So this is not like that. This is really, let's focus on our own selves and on the things that we can control, so that next time life brings us a challenge, we're able to meet it with more grace, maybe a little less anxiety, less worry, less depression, less physical manifestations of that stress. Does that help?
That does. So do you have a technique that you can share with us today quickly?
I do. I have so many. Which one should I do? Okay, I wish I had a glass of water with me, but if you say you had a glass of water, Denise, or you do, I know you've got a glass of tea right there. Denise, tell me something that you need right now. What do you need?
What do I need from my glass of water, or what?
No, just what do you need in general?
Oh, I feel like I need more hours in the day right now.
Oh, you want a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a frequent need or desire that we have. We want to be able to accomplish all the tens of thousands of things on our to-do list. Completely understand. So I want you to take a hold of your tea or your bottle of water, whatever anyone who's joining us might be drinking or have close by. And I just want you to be present with your water bottle. And I'd like you to imagine that this water bottle is the time that you desire. All the hours of the day that you would like to manifest. And again, staying present with you and your water bottle, I'd encourage you to block out anything else that's going on around you and just take a sip of the time that's in that water bottle. Pay attention to how it goes down your throat. You can feel it in your stomach, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You are now taking an intention to have more hours in the day, and you're ingesting it into your physical body. If you were to do that, just like you might be familiar with affirmations. You write an affirmation. You stick it up on your refrigerator, or maybe it pops up on your phone. That's a similar and different bliss break. This bliss break is all about whatever you identify as a desire that you have right now. I need time. I need physical pain to stop. I need love or companionship. I need focus or clarity. Those are common things people ask for. And inevitably, when I do this exercise in a group of people, I write the affirmation on the water bottle and I randomly pass out the water bottles. I'm up to 16, 17 of these events using this exact same exercise. And the entire group would come to an agreement that whatever was on the water bottle was exactly what they wanted, exactly what they were desiring in that moment. And they asked me, Kristen, how can you know? I don't know. This isn't magic. This is about me thinking of words that I like, things like bliss, like confidence, like companionship. Maybe it is financial need, money. I mean, don't beat around the bush. Just say you want some money. And people will always come back and say, wow, that was amazing. But you're the one with the desire. And if you have that desire, you can take a few minutes out of each day and incorporate that desire into a daily practice, like health and wellness, like needing more time in your day.
It's a very mindful practice.
Absolutely.
So for those who are into that, key word of mindfulness right now, this is one of those mindful practices that you can incorporate into your life at any time.
Right, and it's really easy.
Yeah, nobody knows you're doing it either.
Nobody knows you're doing it. You could stand in a bathroom stall and practice bliss breaks. And none of your coworkers would be any the wiser, but you would emerge from that experience in having a more restful demeanor. Your energy would shift. You could walk back into a challenging conference call or meeting, and you would have a completely different outcome simply because you focused on the things that you can control, which is you, as opposed to wanting to control or shift other people. That's really the basis of solutions coaching.
So it sounds as though this would actually be a great program for the workplace.
It is a great program for the workplace. I'm currently doing it in a company that has 60,000 employees. They identified that that this type of mindfulness coaching, it's not meant to be religious. It's not meant to isolate or label anyone. Anyone can do it. There are no physical requirements, so anybody can participate. And when I started doing it for this company, I had maybe 5 or 6 people that would come every other week. And that grew bigger and bigger to the point where we do it like this in more of in a WebEx setting. And now I can reach the employees all across the company, all across the country, simply through the wonders of technology. They love these bliss breaks, and their teammates notice. So I find their teammates are like, what are you doing? Why are you different? How come you're more fun to be around? And they invite them. The managers encourage their entire team to come. And really, we do this 1 hour out of 80 hours. And it makes an impact in their life. And then those same students come back to me, Denise, and they share with me, hey, I'm able to do this with my husband, with my partner. I did a bliss break with my kid the other day, someone told me. And they said it immediately calmed them down. And it made the parent feel better, and it had an impact on the child. So just taking those moments to be present rather than scattered or doing 100 things at once can make a really big difference.
Wow. So, and I apologize. I can hear my dog barking in the background. Hopefully it's not, and she's just excited because somebody's coming in. I have no doubt. But you have a whole arsenal of these different types of bliss breaks. It's not just the water bottle. You're sitting and evaluating and determining which one of your tools that you need to pull out of the toolbox for that particular environment.
You're absolutely right. And in my book, in the back of my book, the original Bliss Breaks, there's a series of conditions or situations that you might find yourself in. Like you can't pay the rent. Well, there's a bliss break for that. There's a way for you to focus and send positive thoughts in that direction. And they're very highly effective. Again, they don't take more than 10 minutes to do any of them, and you can do them anywhere.
Wow. So where does somebody find your book?
Currently, it is available on Apple Books. So it has to be an Apple tool that you use it. Pretty soon we'll have some printed copies. But anyone who contacts me, or at least the first 20 people who contact me through the You Defining Wellness website, you can find my information as a provider there. The first 20 people will get a free copy of that book. They just need to reach out and let me know that they learned about Bliss Breaks through you, and I'll share a copy.
That's awesome. So let me give you directions on how to take advantage of that. So if you go to you, as in YOU, definewellness.com, find a provider and search for, and I'll show her name here again in just a minute, but Kristen Engelke or Soul-utions Coaching. That's soul with a hyphen, utions. Okay. When you go to her provider profile, you can actually contact her through our website, and that's one of the best ways to do it. Or just hit the contact us, and I'll funnel it over to her. It's not a problem. So that's a very generous offer. Thank you very much. That's fantastic. So we are actually getting close to the end of our time. We still have a little bit of time left, but I want to make sure that we cover that which was on your agenda for today. So what are some things that you wanted to make sure that you got out there in messages today?
It's a good question. Most importantly, probably I'd want people to know that the coaching that I do can be done in person, or it can be done by phone or WebEx or Zoom like we're utilizing today. I have clients that are all over the country, many of whom I have never met, and I've worked with them well over a year or so. They come to me in crisis, but they soon realize that all the tricks of the trade are something that they can utilize on a regular basis. And so many will come and they will have sessions with me, sessions about 45 minutes long. They're very different from therapy. I am really reflecting back to you and supporting you as you decide what is best for you. It's not my job to determine or give you a device. I can help guide you. I can give you encouragement and push you in the right direction. But I am yet to see a client, and I've seen several hundred. I have yet to see a client who does not affirm that what one session with me, evaluating where they're at, taking a look at the challenges that they're experiencing, one session was enough to shift them in directions where they went from despair to hope, where they went from sadness to joy. And that's a really powerful statement, Denise. And I know that you've had experiences with practitioners that do what I do. And I know that you understand where I'm coming from.
I do. And, I've had the pleasure, I'm looking for the right word, and that's the big one that's coming out, but I don't think it's the right word for it. But I've had the pleasure of participating in groups that you have led. Mm-hmm. And in fact, right behind you is where we met. So exactly right. And for those who are looking for someone to offer the support, and I'm really hoping that what you've gotten out of this presentation so far is her heart and how you will be nurtured when you're sitting with her, because that's very much what we felt when we were in this group with you. And I can absolutely attest to the fact that people will come to you and know that they are being heard, mm-hmm. and helping find the right path.
Yeah, that's really an important aspect to healing. There's hundreds of modalities to healing, all these different avenues, and there's not one right way. There's physical modalities, there's emotional and spiritual modalities. And my suggestion to people is use them all. If it's speaking to you, go try it. And eventually you will come to a life-sustaining habit of connecting with the people that support you on your healing journey. That's what we're all on. So,
we started this confab, and if you want to know what a confab is all about, go find the first episode of this out on YouTube, and we'll go into more detail about it. But we started this confab because of people not being able to find a direction, or a director for their healthcare, and that they're floundering around. And when you're in the medical insurance world, you can be, you've got your primary care physician who is directing your care and saying, hey, you need to go here, you need to go there. But when we're outside of that medical insurance world, which is where You Define Wellness tends to operate, is that we don't know where to go. And we don't know that we need to have an army around us sometimes, and that you need to have different practitioners of different types. And you are one of those people, if people are floundering around and not knowing where to get started on a path to wellness, you don't even know who you should go talk to first. You're one of the types of people that they can go to and just say, okay, here's what's going on with me. And I know that what you'll say to them is, yes, I can help you with this component and this component and this component, but not this or this, but here's someone who can.
Absolutely.
And help point them in the right direction. And that's such an important thing to have out there, is to have that support, and that's what you're giving them.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I agree 100%.
So I am going to share her contact information one more time, if I have not done that before. Here we go. So I urge you to reach out to Kristen and contact her, and we have her phone number and one of her websites. You can also go to the You Define Wellness website, as I mentioned, locate her provider profile and contact her through there as well. So, Kristen, thank you. My timer is off because I said it. So, but thank you so much for agreeing to do this today, helping get the message out as to what you are doing out in the world. I know I appreciate you immensely.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to connect with people who otherwise wouldn't necessarily find me. And that's what you do, and you do it so well.
That's what I do.
Thank you. Thank you for this whole event. It's terrific.
I'm just introducing you guys to a few of my friends. And
absolutely.
53 of them, to be exact. So for all of you watching this, thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to check out our other videos about the Defining Wellness Confab and everything else on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow it, because that's how you learn about new updates that we're putting on it. So everyone have a wonderful, blissful day.
Take care.